Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm super excited. This video is my first video working with Jo's Scrap Shack, my friend Jo. I used to work with her on the Just a Scrap and Design team. And so it's cool to be back working with Jo again. She's so super fun. Absolutely love her to pieces. And the ladies I'm working with are all super nice and have been all so super welcoming. And it's fun to be back on a design team again. And this is a really different design team. This is a lot of digis, so I've noticed. I don't usually do those, so I wanted to get out of my box. I'm getting out of my box all right. So I went ahead and I just want to show you, I used this paper pad today, My Mind's Eye. It's the Lost and Found series. It's by Jen Allison. It's Portobello Road. You probably cannot get this anymore. It's 2011. There's an item number right there if you want to try looking for it. Just really cute, like blues and creams and like newspaper print and grays and stuff. So I used that. And I'm showing you the stuff I've kind of cut. So I've cut out this die here from My Creative Times Vintage Stitch Label Dies. You guys will be so proud. I used no electronics today. It was all me. And the Cuttlebug and coloring, I used my Spectrum Noir markers. I have all of them. So I figured it was time to get them out, so I got them out. And then I used Labels 8. I used the biggest 2. This one is the one I cut my image with, and this one is the border on the page, as you'll see in un momento. So, okay, so let's bring it over. So these are the papers I've chosen. This is actually the Cricut paper. And actually, I've got to make one more adjustment that I didn't make. So this piece is cut at 12 by 4 3/8. So it's going to fold at 6 and give us a 6 by 4 3/8 card. And we're actually going to use the envelope generator today, which I'm pretty excited about. So with this, I don't want my paper to be exactly on the 6-inch line mark. So we're going to take about 1/8 of an inch off. Well, actually not about, we're going to take 1/8 of an inch off. We're just going to take it off the top though, because we have already, the side is fine. It's not the side we have to worry about really. So hopefully this evens us up and we're good to go. Okay, so let's check it out. I thought we were ready. I thought we were good. All right, and this Cricut paper is easy peasy enough that you can just kind of fold it on over, and I noticed a little discrepancy here. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So let's go ahead and make sure that I have the border I like. Yes, I do. Okay, and it folded a little wonky. So we're gonna go with this side, actually. Okay, and for this, we're gonna go ahead and use the ATG today. Sorry, my cat Normal was in here, so there's gray hair everywhere. Usually she doesn't jump on the desk, but she's been sitting in the chair, and you know how that goes. If you have pets, you know how it goes. Okay, and my ATG is loaded and ready to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this stuck down. And you just want the faintest border around, but you kind of want to make sure it's the same on all sides. That looks pretty good to me. It's a little off, but that's okay. Okay, and then this is going to be our base piece. Now, the question is, this is the image that I did today, and this image, I don't want to mess the name up, so let me look here for just a second. I don't want to mess this up. Little blue button stamps. I keep saying little boy blue stamps. So little blue button stamps. I gotta pound that into my head. So that's our sponsor, and that's who gave me this adorable digi. Isn't she cute? And I've never colored in a person before. So I am shocked. I have a list right here if you wanna, it's not very good. If you wanna pause the video and write this down, that's fine. If not, I'll have this over on my blog, which is www.crazycatladycraft.blogspot.com. Okay, so adorable, super adorable Digi. So I cut her out with the second biggest of the Labels 8. Yes. Okay. So now the question is, I think we might leave her down. I think it would be too much dimension, even just using the little foam squares that we have, the thin ones. I think it would be too much. So we're going to go ahead and just put this down. Now remember, when you're putting things on textured paper, because our bottom paper is textured, you want to make sure that you get it nice and stuck on there. It's not like the flat paper. You want to get a good stick on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our image. Now we want to center our image in here, but then we're also going to have this. So I think what we're going to do is at the top, right here, that's where we're going to put it. So let's go ahead and get our little girl stuck down here. And there is no pop dot right here, you'll notice, so I should be able to finagle a little bit. Because you know I like to finagle. I got to finagle. All right. So I'm going to be having, while you're watching me take off these pop dots, I'm going to be having some giveaways coming up. And I don't know if I'm always going to tell you when. I kind of want to see who's going to my blog. So it may just be a blog one. I may give you a hint. I might not. I don't know yet. But I got a Project Life kit, which you won't have seen the haul video yet, but there's a haul video coming up on it. Oh, and before I finish with that, make sure you put enough pop dots because this is a pretty big space, okay? I got the Azure kit and there's like 6 of every card in there. So I think I'm going to pass on and give some folks some of the cards because you can use them on scrapbook pages, cards, anything, smashbooking, art journaling, anything. They're useful for anything. Okay, so away from that. All right, here we go. So let's get our stamp out. So we're going to go ahead and from the Vintage Sentiments, because that's what the vintage shows you right on there. Vintage label stamps coordinate with this. So we've got our Vintage Sentiments, and well, Vintage label stamps. It just says Vintage Sentiments, but then it says Vintage label stamps. So anyways, so we're going to use Sweet Birthday Wishes, because that's a pretty generic one that you can use. Let's see. I was looking for something like Welcome Spring or something, and my pink stamper had one, but it turned out it was pretty big for the card that I was using because my image was. And I didn't really want to make my card any bigger, so I just went ahead and, sorry, I'm trying to decide what I want to use for it. I just went ahead and went with, I knew My Creative Time would have one. I like Emma's stamps as well. Okay, and I'm going to take, hopefully we can do a test stamp on here. This is what I cut my Witchamahoo's-it out of, my Digi. So how I did my Digi is I took my Digi and I put it into the Silhouette Cameo, and I was going to have it cut it out. I traced it with a Cameo, and I was going to have it cut it out, which it would just cut right around all of the black lines on the outside. But I decided I kind of wanted to be creative and use some of my dies. So I just did that instead. So I just thought it was cool today. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm watching a movie on my iPad while I craft, but besides that, I didn't turn on anything electronic today. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, ooh, so if the power goes out, you can craft. You really can. Okay, and our piece is right here. And if you'll notice, before I stamp on it, the roses kind of match. There's the gray roses, and then you have the blue roses. I just really liked this color palette, and I was really shocked. I've been kind of playing with, I won't even show you, it's terrifying. I've been kind of playing with my Spectrum Noir markers. I'm going to stand up, so you might see the top of my head in here, but I want to get this right on there because I don't want to have to die cut another one. Get that right on there. Okay, there we go. Brain cramp. I forgot where I was going. Oh well. I'm not going there anymore. All right. I'll pick it up in another video, I'm sure. Oh, Lord, I've already warned my son it's getting ugly. I forget stuff. I've lost my Stamps of Life kit that I got, the papers and the twine, and I got a Gamsol kit to use with my markers, and it's just been ugly here. I'm trying to get organized. You can tell why, right? All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these here. I just wanna make sure, I think actually we'll switch to the squares because I like the square shape. I know they're gonna fit. We're gonna use the regular squares today. So it kind of pops up. Well, let's see, because we could actually, do this. I kind of think I like it down there better. I don't know. See, if we make it like this, it's not going to fit into our envelope unless we cram it on the card, but that may be too much. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. You don't know till you try. But I definitely know I want to use the squares because it fits the shape better. And we're going to put it on each side because I do know what I'm going to do is I'm going to not lay them flat. I'm going to lay it so that when it goes down, there's a poof in the middle. I want the poof. I want it kind of sticking up a little bit. So let's put those away. Okay. So now we just need to figure out where we're going to put this. I think right there, even though it goes a little over her hat, you kind of know it's there. So it actually fits perfect there, but and fits perfect down there. Oh, goodness. I thought the tough decisions were over here. Okay, my concern is about fitting it in the envelope. So I think we would have to go, we can go the original thought and we'll just push it up in the middle a little. And what we could do, we'll do 2 pop dots. Maybe that will make the difference. Maybe we'll like that better. I say we like you're here. Okay, grabbed the wrong color. I grabbed black. Don't want the black ones. Want the white ones right now. The black ones are so good for Halloween or dark cutouts because you don't see them as much because the white's so white and it's nice and bright, and you don't want that if you're doing something dark. You don't want to see glaring white pop dots. Oh goodness, I'm going to have pop dots stuck to me now. I'm trying to watch my time. Okay, we're at 13 minutes here and all I've done is stamped an image. Okay, you guys know I like to talk. And we're gonna play a little with an envelope today. I already got the envelope generator going. Okay, so now hopefully this isn't too big. And I probably shouldn't have taken those off just yet, but I have, so we're gonna go with it. So this, and actually, so what we'll do is we're just gonna push it up a little. So see, I didn't lay it flat. You can see it's up a little. Isn't that sweet? So, and that would go down in the envelope and then whoever took it out can just pop and it's right back up. Okay, so let me move this stamp out of the way and let's bring over our 1, 2, 3 punch board. Okay, so we've got our cute, adorable little card made. Now we need to make an envelope for our card. So I've chosen some Cricut cardstock and I've gone to the envelope generator, as you can see here. I will let you know I tried to do it on my iPad and the app was not cooperating. I kept hitting the generate button and it wouldn't generate. So I went online. So I put in the card width, which is your longest edge, which is 6. You want the folded, not the actual. So I didn't put in 12 by 4 3/8. I put in 6 by 4 3/8. So the paper size is 8 5/8. So you do 8 5/8 by 8 5/8. And we're going to punch it 3 3/4. So let's go ahead and get our punch board out. You'll notice my scoring tool is not the color if you got the punch board. It's not the same color as yours. I took the one out of my old envelope punch board and kept that. And I'm going to give my uncle the one that's like this color because I like this color better. So I figured he wouldn't mind. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna punch that. And I just have to look, it's the line down here. So just like the olden days, we're gonna go ahead and score here. And then we're gonna line this up. We're gonna punch. And we're gonna score there. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna line up, punch, and score here. Kind of goes off a little bit. And then we're gonna line up here, punch, and there we go. That kind of went in there better. Okay, so here's our envelope. Now I was gonna show you how to make an envelope liner, because it does show in here how to do an envelope liner, but I didn't have the 12 by 12 of this paper set. I only had the 6 by 6. So, okay, I know it showed you how to do that. File folders, coin, there we go, envelope liners. So it shows you how to do them. I didn't have a piece of paper big enough to do one for this that would match the paper that I chose. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fold these over. And this is textured paper. So again, you're gonna wanna use nice, strong adhesive. And we'll get that. And I have the little pieces it left behind. And as on the other one, you can also, which I'm going to do around my corners. So this is great. You have no limitation now. I mean, you didn't before, you just had to figure out, you know, you had to do the math yourself. Well, they've taken the math out of it, which is good because I can do math, but the older I get, the harder it seems. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I was very good in math in school, and now it's, wow, yikes, you know? So, all right, so we've got our corners rounded. We're gonna get some adhesive on this little envelope. And then, so, whoops, gonna want it to go like this. Okay, and what you could do is you could trim that off if you don't like that being up there, and I think we will. So, no, I think we'll just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. Okay, we're gonna just fold it over. This is live action TV, folks, non-edited. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, so first, we're gonna apply some adhesive right there, so that we can get that folded down to there. And then now we know we can go right up to those corners and we are all set for adhesive. So you want to stay right on your edge, but you can go right up to there. And you're not going to get any on your card, which is a nice thing. So there we go, we got that stuck down. And you could also use, again, it's textured cardstock, so you could also use score tape. And I just want to show you, wouldn't this be nice with an envelope liner? Just want to show you, squeeze your card right in there, and there she goes. And it would be even better because we have dimension if you did the 1/4 inch poofier on the envelope that you can now do with the envelope punch board. Ooh, you can also make dimensional envelopes for dimensional cards. So I want to say thank you so much to Jo for having me. I am so honored to be a part of your design team, and this was a wonderful first start. I had a great time. And I also want to thank Little Blue Button Stamps, who are our sponsors this week. So don't forget to go over to Jo's Scrap Shack, which is jwscrapshack.blogspot.com. There'll be links in the directions below, the comments below, and on my blog. And I'll also have all of the Spectrum Noir markers that I use there as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Check out my blog at www.crazycatladycraft.blogspot.com. And as always, happy crafting.